I'm excited to review today's car because I've been saying it for years. It's probably going to be my next. It's the 2024 Honda HR-V EXL. Top of the line. I'm not going to know everything about it, but I did know somebody who would know everything about it. Justin, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Brian? How you doing?
Justin's a salesman here at Smail Honda in Greensburg, and he's going to help me out with this test drive. So let's get to it.
All right, let's check it out.
Yeah. All right, guys, I want you to come in close on this one because we want to check out the exterior color. Justin, what's this called?
This is called Nordic Forest Pearl.
Wow, so it's like a bluish, I would say a muted blue, right?
Yeah, bluish, greenish,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of changes color depending on the light. The front bumper here has the front bumper sensors. This being the EXL model is going to have some upgraded features from the previous generation of the HR-Vs. They never had the bumper sensors before, and now they do for their top model. You'll notice the piano black exterior on the front bumper, very particular Honda badging that they always have on the front there, with the LED headlights.
And
You
those
have
running
full
lights.
LED lights all around, by the way.
Yeah, it's really cool. It really sticks out here coming around the side.
Absolutely, it makes it very easy to see at night. You have the automatic high beams as well, which we'll touch when we get in the inside. You have the 17-inch wheels.
And how about those wheels? Let's talk about those wheels for a second. That's a really cool design on there. It's almost like a starfish or something.
I know, the spoke design is much more attractive.
Yeah.
They kind of have diamond cut on the outside with like a grayish color on the inside of the spokes.
And
so really nice design.
Black accents along the side of the vehicle over
so
the
you
wheel
have
wells.
those black gloss, piano black accents all across the EXL model.
And I'm actually noticing it on the windows and the side view mirror as well.
Absolutely. And then of course the back bumper here, you're gonna have the same piano black accent, the bumper sensors as well.
I see the HR-V logo.
Yeah, HR-V logo.
And all-wheel drive in the window.
All-wheel drive in the window.
Coming around to the trunk here, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the trunk. Has a little bit of a hydraulic lift there.
Yeah, once you get about a quarter of the way up, it's gonna go up on its own there.
Lots of storage space back here. Underneath,
Yeah, you have storage compartments underneath. You have your jack and tools in order to change a spare tire. Something to point out, that gray funnel, the new vehicles, they don't have gas caps anymore. So you just put the pump in as normal at the gas station. That's designed if anybody came to your rescue with a can of gas, you gotta put that in first before you put your gasoline in.
Okay.
Underneath is your spare tire.
Right. Well, that's good because not all cars are coming with spare tires, I'm finding.
A lot of vehicles comes with fix the flats now to save on fuel efficiency, so the HR-V does have a spare tire.
Something I want to point out back here is the 12-volt charger in the trunk.
Absolutely.
That's huge if you like to do any type of tailgating or anything like that.
The seats do fold down flat, so you have 60-40 split folding seats, and I'll just show you from this side.
Let's check that out. Wow. So you actually do have a lot of space to be able to haul stuff if you need to. And this would fold all the way flat, but we have stuff in the second row. But yeah, it looks like that goes all the way up to that front seat, and definitely just a ton of storage back here.
So this has what's called smart entry, and you also have a standard remote start system with the HR-V.
All right.
This is offered on the sport level, which is a step below this, and the EXL.
Okay.
All you have to do is just walk up to the car and put your hand through the handle. So you do not have to hit unlock. As long as you have the key fob on you, it unlocks it. Go ahead and shut the door and just tap the ridges on the top, and that locks it up, and you can walk away. Yep.
Perfect.
Now you have the standard remote start. So all you have to do is hit the lock button at the very top and then hold down the remote start button, which is a little circular indicator there. So you hit lock first and hold down that until you see your lights blink, then you can release your thumb.
There they go.
There you go. And it will blink 6 more times to ensure the remote started.
Yeah, there it
is. The front, side, and rear of the vehicle. That way, if you're inside of the restaurant or inside of your house and you got your car up on the street, you know it remote started. It'll work up to 100 feet away, and it brings the cabin to a comfortable 72 degrees Fahrenheit. You do not have to precondition the heater or the air conditioner. It'll do it automatically. In the wintertime, it'll even turn your heated seat on automatically. And it will not deplete you of gasoline. So this will run for 10 minutes and then shut off. If you're really low on fuel, it'll shut off early. And there's one more cool feature I wanted to show you. Let's say you're walking away from the vehicle and you just wanted to crack the windows on a hot day.
Right.
Okay, you can hit the unlock button once, and for a second time hold it down, and as long as you hold your thumb down, it'll open up the windows, and it'll open up the sunroof for you automatically.
Yeah, up top too.
Yep.
Check that out. Okay, so coming into the back seat, looks like we have this gray leather perforated with some gray stitching in here as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So you're gonna have the gray stone leather interior in this particular HR-V. They come with both the black leather interior and the gray stone leather. So this is nice to showcase this. You have the gray stone leather on the doors as well as the front as well. But how about the space back here, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. You got a lot of space, a little bit of storage in the back of these seats. And but I'm really excited to get this thing on the road, so let's jump up front and then we'll do our test drive. Okay, Justin, so getting into the HRV for the first time, it has a really nice cockpit. I feel like I have armrests all over the place, and I'm noticing a lot of stuff here, so let's just get into it.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot on the brake and press the engine start.
That's exactly it.
All right, so it looks like we actually have a digital display on the left-hand side and a half digital, half analog display on the right-hand side.
That's correct. First off, about the wheel, it's tilt and telescopic, so you can put it wherever you like. The release is on the left-hand side. You're scrolling up and down in that menu.
Yeah.
So the home button will back you out to the menu, and then you can scroll up and down and choose whatever you want to see there. So there's a bunch of stuff that's on the menu. The one I wanted to touch on was the safety support. So if you can go to that real quick.
Safety support. Let's go there.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and scroll up and down, and you'll see these are all your Honda sensing technology.
Yeah.
So you have your road departure mitigation, you have your blind spot info system,
This has a ton of safety features.
It does, yeah. Blind spot indicator, you have the forward collision brake mitigation system, you have the road departure mitigation as well with lane keep assist, and then you also have the rear brake control as well. So if you're backing up and you're gonna hit something, it'll apply the brakes going backwards as well.
One of the things that brought the HRV into my view is the price range, right?
Sure.
This particular HRV, it's top of the line, EXL. You have all these cool features on it, and it's still only at what, 31
and a half, 480. Yeah,
wow.
You don't have to spend 40 grand on an HRV, thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, top of the line, great price point, and you're getting a ton of stuff with it. So
including all-wheel drive.
Absolutely.
I have been sorely lacking around here. We have a push talk button here on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. You press that, and then you'd be able to talk to Siri or Google.
That's
whatever, right?
Yeah, for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto integration, it's actually wireless. So that's the voice command button. Yeah, to make a phone call, text message hands-free, or use any of your navigations apps. Honda Link Assist, if you care to know, in the event of an accident, God forbid, if you're unresponsive, it would call emergency services automatically for you. So
tell me, what can I do with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto?
Yeah, so this is the best way to connect your phone to the vehicle, okay? What I can do is, now that I have it connected, I can set it down, I can put it on the wireless phone charger if I want. Okay?
So you have a wireless phone charger here on top of the wireless Apple CarPlay. That's nice.
Now you do have a USB connect here to charge up another phone. You have some USB-C connects underneath here as well.
Here.
So, but the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto integration is super easy. You don't have to touch anything on the screen if you don't want to. All my phone contacts are there. All my text messages are there. I have Sirius XM, however you do have it standard on the EXL model. On the lower levels, you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That's a great workaround for Sirius. They can still have Sirius on those cars. Google Maps, I use Waze as a navigation app, but do you mind if I demonstrate how easy it is to use it? Just do a 3-second hold on the voice command button to bring up Siri. Directions to Red Lobster.
Getting directions to Red Lobster.
And for an Apple phone, it automatically brings up my Apple Maps. If there's one direction or one route, it'll just automatically start the route for you and turn-by-turn directions. Also, text messaging, hands-free with punctuation, very easy. Anything that I can do on my phone or ask Siri to do, I virtually can do the same thing inside of the car. I can even ask Siri to remind myself to pick up stuff at the store, or put in a calendar date or whatnot, like schedule something.
On Spotify.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I have Spotify and I have Apple Music as well. So
that's awesome. There's a ton of great stuff that you just get from that.
Yes.
That makes your vehicle so much more versatile. Our AC settings, looks like we have heated seats in this model.
Yes, we do. Yeah, and they're on the lava setting right now.
Yeah, I love it. It's pretty good right now.
It's actually starting to get pretty warm.
Right behind that wireless charger down there, you have two cup holders. As we work our way down, we're noticing that we have the shifter here, pretty standard there, but then we have some buttons right here, including drive mode.
Yes.
So Justin, does this have different drive modes?
It sure does. So right above the mileage on the car. See where it says normal?
Normal.
So we're in the top setting there. That's normal driving. So this has the all-wheel drive, okay? And it's a real-time all-wheel drive. So on a dry day, it's mainly going to drive itself kind of like a front-wheel drive vehicle would, with power diverted to the rear wheels, but there's more power to the front. When your wheels start to slip, it'll distribute the power where it's needed. That's normal. Put it one click down. That's Econ for your long trips to maximize your fuel efficiency when you're out on the highway at a steady speed. And then go one more down, your snow mode. So now they added this snow mode, which will more evenly distribute the all-wheel drive system for that peace of mind in inclement weather.
I needed this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Brake hold is exactly what it sounds. It'll hold the brake. So when you put it in a drive, it'll hold the brake on the floor to allow you to rest your foot if you're stopped at a stop sign or a traffic light or whatnot.
So we're completely parked right now. I put us into drive and I took my foot off the brake and we're not going anywhere.
We're not. And see the hold button up there that says hold in green? That's how you know that you can take your foot off the brake and the vehicle will not move. And then once you get going, you just hit the accelerator to release it. It stays in a standby mode, and when you come to a complete stop, every time it'll lock up for you.
There it goes.
So you can have it the whole time that you're driving. You don't have to hit the button every time you want to use it. You can have it the whole time.
Lastly, before we get this thing on the road, Justin, let's look up because we have this sunroof, right?
Yes, you have the power sunroof. It's a one-touch power sunroof. All you have to do, one touch all the way back, we'll open it up. If the sunshade is closed, it'll draw it back on its own. One touch all the way forward. You can, of course, stop it anywhere along the way if you want. And then if you hit push in the middle, that'll ventilate it. And then all the way forward for the auto will ensure a tight seal to have it back in the lower position. And then you can just put the sunshade back up.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get this thing on the road, Justin. I think it's about time.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the gas out of here. All right. So we have a nice smooth transition up the power there.
Yeah.
You know, what do we have stats-wise on the engine?
Yeah, so more pickup than the previous generation. So we went from a 1.8 liter four-cylinder to a 2.0 liter four-cylinder.
Oh, wow.
So we picked up some horsepower. We're at 158 horsepower with the CVT transmission. That's your continuous variable transmission. So you don't feel that shifting. Notice how you didn't feel that shifting? It's actually one gear that constantly adjusts the gear ratio depending on how you're driving the vehicle. So the HRV will drive itself the most fuel efficient way possible at all times.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and make the U-turn here. We'll check out the turning radius.
How about that for staying in between the lines?
Yeah, that was super tight. That's great. I mean, what's really great is that this is, what, a crossover SUV, but you don't have to worry about, like, excessive size to it, you know? Something that just popped up on my screen here, the speed limit sign.
Yes.
So that's really nice. It must be reading the speed limit sign on the road.
There's a camera in the top of the windshield, and that camera is used for a few things: your road departure mitigation, your lane keep assist system, and your adaptive cruise control with forward collision brake mitigation. So it's going to sense if the line's in the road, and it's also going to sense the speed limit signs as we pass them, and it'll display them on the dash.
I'm going to go ahead and activate the lane keep assist. That's on the right side of the steering wheel here. Go ahead and hit that. And the first thing that I notice is that on the dashboard, I have two lines that kind of lit up, right?
So that's just letting you know that the camera has caught view of the lines on the road, and it will keep you centered in the actual lane that you're driving down the road. So what's new with the newer generation of Hondas that they didn't have in the previous generation with your road departure mitigation and your lane keep assist system, those systems didn't operate until you're above 45 miles an hour. They now operate under 45 miles an hour. So if you're on back roads, it's going to help you stay on the road as well.
So let's go ahead and test this out. I'm just going to go ahead and inch over here to the right a little bit. And this steering wheel has already started to just nudge me back over to the left. I'm going to try that again. Yeah. I'm actually just going to take my hands off the wheel. And this thing is just keeping me within the lines of the road.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and try to really just get it over there. And it's
still pulling you back
pulling me back into the line. Really nice.
Real subtle movements in the steering to help you stay on the road, okay? But they can be overridden. A misconception is that it's going to drive for you. That's not the case. If you have to swerve for something, it's going to allow you to maneuver the vehicle.
If I have to get into this left lane, this isn't preventing me from doing that. In fact, when I turn my turn signal on, it actually turns the lines off.
It does. It will temporarily shut off your lane keep assist system to allow you to move into the lane, and then it will reset once you are stationary in that lane.
So This time I actually just crossed the line without my turn signal. There's nobody behind me, so I know I didn't alarm anybody. It did tell me up here on the dashboard that that I was leaving the lane.
Departure.
Departure warning.
And did it pulsate the wheel as well?
Yes, it did. Yes.
So again, it will allow you to maneuver the vehicle. So this is just stuff to help out your steering. It's not going to substitute it.
So I'm going to go ahead and set my adaptive cruise control. I know that it's registering the car in front of me. We're set at about 50 miles per hour, and the car in front of me is going slower, so it's bringing us down to about 30. They're moving out of the way, and now
it's speeding up.
Yeah.
But go ahead and get in the left lane so we can get behind this vehicle, and you'll see that it will just start to slow you up on its own.
Yeah.
It'll register the vehicle in front of you, and it will start to brake the vehicle on its own.
Absolutely. And it looks like, will that go all the way down to 0?
Yeah. The vehicles, if they stop in front of you, the vehicle will brake all the way down to 0 miles an hour for you.
Wow.
So that if you're in really heavy traffic, you can literally set your cruise control at 1 mile an hour without your foot on the brake, and it will default to 25 and never let you go above 25 until you would increase your speed and reset it. But that will allow you to just steer through really annoying traffic. It'll brake and accelerate on its own. If you ever stop for longer than 4 seconds, it'll stay stopped up on the dash. And to resume the adaptive cruise, you either hit the res button or tap your accelerator, and it'll put you back into the cruise mode. So the Honda warranty, you have a 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. That's all the bells and whistles and the computer systems. And as we just demonstrated, there's a lot of stuff in these cars these days. You know, there's a lot of computer systems that run newer vehicles. So again, you have that coverage for 3 years or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first. And then you have a 5-year 60 on your powertrain, which is your engine, drivetrain, transmission, and your all-wheel drive system. And with the new Hondas, you're going to have 2 years of complimentary maintenance. So your first 2 years, 24,000 miles of ownership, you'll have your regular scheduled oil change, filter change, tire rotation, and your multi-point vehicle inspection. And that's taken care of at any Honda dealership across the nation. However, with Smail Honda, we have lifetime free inspections here for you as well.
Coming up on my left side, I'm seeing a car. My mirror's lighting up. If I went ahead and turned on my turn signal there like I did, it's flashing at me and beeping at me, letting me know not to go over there,
Exactly. Right? So you have the orange light to indicate that somebody's in your blind spot. If you don't see that and you have your turn signal on, it'll beep inside of the cabin for a second warning.
All right, we're going to go ahead and put this vehicle into reverse. As we notice, as the wheel turns, the guided lines are changing there, right?
Mm-hmm. So you have your dynamic guidelines, give you a projected angle into a parking spot. So this is the widest angle view. You have more of a concentrated view. And then you have a straight down view. You can back right up against the curb without hitting it. And that's usually a good judge of where you want to stop so the tailgate opens up and doesn't hit anything behind you, that dotted line here.
I went ahead and backed up into this spot with the highway behind us here.
Yep.
And if I am in reverse and it's detecting a car coming from one direction, it's actually pointing it out to me.
Yeah,
right?
This is called cross-monitor detection. So it's using your blind spot info system to indicate if any vehicles are traveling behind you and what side they're coming from. So you'll have the beeps and the arrows on either side letting you know that you have somebody traveling behind you.
All right, so let's go ahead and check out these parking sensors back here as I'm in reverse.
Yep.
As I get close to something.
Yep. So the intervals will get closer together. As you get closer to the object, they'll turn from yellow to orange to red if you get really close to something. And those are your rear bumper sensors, and you have them in the front as well. And then the last thing is this sun and moon. You can actually change the brightness of the screen, so you can dim it and brighten it as you're backing up. This is great, so if you get sunlight coming through and brightening the screen, sometimes it glares too much that you can't even see the display. Hey,
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, there's a good demonstration.
Yeah, there you go. We got cross monitor, everything, and it actually shows up on here as well.
Yeah, when you're on a busy lot like this, great to have. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for our test drive of the 2024 Honda HR-V EXL. Top of the line HR-V. I thought it has a lot of great features. Everything you could really want in a vehicle at a great price point. Justin, if they have questions about this vehicle, how can they contact you?
Sure. They can contact me directly here at the dealership at 724-219-1449, or you can visit us online at smailhonda.com, or you can visit us right here on Route 30.
And also, you can leave the comments in the comments section. We always love hearing from you guys, and that's going to do it for us. So until next time, enjoy the ride.
Thanks, guys.